Hello everyone, we're at ZooTampa Prehistoric Predators at ZooTampa in Tampa, Florida. And look, there's a Allosaurus. Oh, look at the sharp teeth. And look at his claws. Whoa. You know what animal it reminds me of? The thorny devil and the horned lizard. The thorny devil is a lizard that lives in Australia. It got horns on its back and it lives in the desert. And the horned lizard is a lizard that got horns all over its body. You can find them in Texas and in Mexico. Ah, look! It's the megalodon. The megalodon used to live inside the ocean. You know what the megalodon reminds me of? It reminds me of the great white shark. The great white shark is the largest predator shark in the ocean. It grows from 13 to 20 feet. It eats seals, sea lions, fish, and anything else that comes around it. Whoa, look at that big snake right there. That's a titanoboa. Whoa, that snake looks really scary. It looked like it could eat a car. The titanoboa reminds me of the anaconda. The anaconda is like one of the longest snakes and biggest snakes in the world. The anaconda can grow to 20 feet long. You can find the anaconda in South America, like the Amazon rainforest and other places. Anacondas like to live in swamps, marshes, and along the rivers. Anacondas eat fish, birds, and other mammals. Whoa, look at this giant lizard. It's called the megalania. The megalania is a giant prehistoric lizard. This big lizard reminds me of the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon lives in Asia and it's the world's largest lizard. It grows to be about 10 feet long and weighs 150 pounds. Whoa, that's big. They live in forests, grasslands, and tropical rainforests. Komodo dragons hunt their prey by biting them. They got a nasty bite. Oh, look at this ocean prehistoric creature. It's called the giant sea scorpion. Oh, look at his claws. Those are some big claws. You know what this reminds me of? The American lobster. The American lobster grows to about 3 feet long. It can weigh about 44 pounds. It uses claws to pick up things and eat it or fend off predators. Whoa, look at this giant thing. It's the prehistoric giant bear. Oh man, I bet this bear can knock down any tree. This bear, the giant bear, is closely related to the biggest bear on Earth, the Kodiak bear. The Kodiak bear lives in Alaska and Canada. The Kodiak bear can weigh up to 1,500 pounds. Whoa, that's big. That's as big as a car. It lives by water in the coastline so it can eat a whole bunch of fish. I bet being that big, it has to eat a lot of fish. Oh, watch out. It's the social medias. Look at his claws. Look at his teeth. And it got a fish. It must live by water. Do you know what giant reptile lives by water with sharp teeth like that? The saltwater crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is the biggest crocodile in the world. It could grow to 23 feet long and weigh up to 2,600 pounds. You can find saltwater crocodile in Asia and Australia. Since it's a saltwater crocodile, it can live in rivers, it can live in lakes, and it can live by the ocean. So what that means, it can eat anything. It can eat fish, it can eat sharks, it can eat cows, it can eat deers, it can eat anything. That's how big it is and mean. We got another water dinosaur, the Baryonyx. The Baryonyx reminds me of an alligator, or maybe a crocodile, but it reminds me of an alligator. You can tell an alligator by the big head that it has. It got a bigger head than a crocodile. And you mostly find alligators in the southeastern part of the United States. It lives in swamps, marshes, rivers, lakes, anywhere that has water in it. The alligator only grows up to 15 feet long. It eats fish, reptiles, birds, mammals, anything it can get its hands on. Whoa, look at this bird. This is the terror bird. The terror bird reminds me of an ostrich mixed with a vulture or something like that crazy. Look at his big beak. Darewolf. You know what darewolf remind me of? A hyena. Guess where you can find hyenas at? At the zoo, but they live in Africa. Hyenas live all over Africa. They can live anywhere. Hyenas have large groups called clans. And in these clans, they hunt animals like wallabies, zebras, and other mammals. Look, it's a Cryolophosaurus. Now this reminds me of a crocodile. Not just any crocodile, the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile lives in Africa. It lives in river, lakes, marshes, and wetlands. They can grow to be 20 feet long and weigh up to 2,500 pounds. They have armor on its back. That's its scales, so it won't get injured. Oh look, this is like the most friendly dinosaur out of all the dinosaurs we've seen. The Delta Dromeus. You know what this dinosaur remind me of? The Asian water monitor. The Asian water monitor is a big lizard that lives in Asia and loves to swim inside the water and can come out of the water and live off land too. Next is the Dinosaurs. Whoa, that's a hard name to say. Look, it looks like a raptor with feathers on it. Look, the last dinosaur, the Gigantosaurus. Rah! Doesn't it remind you of a T-Rex? Being this big, I bet the Gigantosaurus had to live by water, to eat fish and a whole bunch of other things that's very plentiful. All the big animals that we've seen so far and all the big animals on land either eat leaves or they live by the ocean or water to eat a lot of fish. So I bet the Gigantosaurus ate a lot of fish and a lot of seafood. So the Gigantosaurus is basically a saltwater crocodile. And that's Prehistoric Predators at ZooTampa in Tampa, Florida.